Hello, sorry I'm a bit far away. I'm getting comfy. I have something very important to tell you. I have just had a meeting with a college advisor. I know I'm not going to college. I'm staying at sixth form, but this is about video game development course that I applied for. Now, it's I wanted to take this course because I've been teaching myself how to develop games for a good few years now, and it's pretty difficult. I mean, I taught myself GML. I've been teaching myself JavaScript. I've dabbled in a bit of C++, C Sharp, and teeniest little bit of Python. But it's really difficult to teach yourself, especially when there's books open to you, but the only books open to you teach the theory, and it's not the theory I want to learn, it's how to make a game. So I've been teaching myself recently, and it's just not going so well. So I applied for this video game development course, and I needed to be evaluated for my potential. Basically, if we're going to be spending loads of money on you to get you into the video game industry, are you going to be able to make a video game? And that was basically what they had to talk to me about today. And I have a feeling it went fairly well. I suppose basically a bit of background on this course. It's imagine getting a degree from university here, a master's degree from university is about here. This course that I'm taking is about here. Because here's the problem in the gaming world. In the gaming industry, people coming out of university with their degrees and they think they're huge players in the video game industry and that everyone's going to hire them. The people that do hire them find that they need to pay a lot of money to train these new people because they've never actually made a game. They've learnt the theory, but they've never actually made a game, which is it's a bit of a problem. If they want you to make a game, you need to have made a game. So that's what these people do. Instead of teaching us the theory and making us do an exam, they make us make games, because that's what people in the video game industry do. They make games. The people teaching us will not they'll not be people that have sat an exam and got degrees. There will be people from the video game industry. In fact, I think the person that's head of this company was huge on the Atari ladder. They'd worked, or was it Konami? One of those. They played. I think it was Konami. In any case, they got really high in sort of management position at one of those studios, and that's pretty big. And they last year they teamed up with Microsoft for a game jam, and Microsoft were blown away by what these students could achieve. And I feel like I did very good at the meeting just now. I feel like their expectations were, average for me, and what I did was up here. Although I feel that my lack of mathematical skills let me down a little bit. I'm sure you can imagine that mathematics comes into video games quite a lot, and yeah, it does. I've noticed that. I've never had a trouble when programming games when I've gone, ooh, how do I do that? I've never had that problem, but I had to do an aptitude test, and that's what my potential was going to be decided, that sort of thing. But yeah, they're going to get back to me tomorrow about that, like how well I did. But I was lacking a little bit in that. I mean, it took me quite a while to figure stuff out. I did it, but it took me a while. Which you can imagine is not good. But what I did do, which probably changed their mind about me a little bit, is I'd already made games. So whereas they were kind of thinking that they should put me on a game design course because I was artistic, and my GCSEs, my final grades, my qualifications would suggest that I was more of a creative person. And I had to try and get them to to understand how difficult it was for me to get to that point, because there wasn't any resources open to me. There wasn't any courses at school that dealt with video games primarily. I mean, there was one that touched on it, which I told them, I was like, well, we touched on game development a little bit in this course, and I think that kind of helped. But what really helped was how I'd already made games and how I did them on my own. The graphics, the development, the sound, everything. I think that helped out a lot. And excuse me. And I think what was I talking about? And determination. I think that was more than anything determination, because during the aptitude test, even after I was told that I was pretty slow, even after I was told that, you know, a programmer would have done this in a quarter of the time of which I'd already taken, I went on. Even though in the back of my mind I was thinking, there is no way I'm getting onto this course now, because I want to be a programmer. And a programmer could have figured this out in a quarter of the time than I have. But still, I was like, yeah, but I got to carry on. I got to finish that. And one of the traits they look for is determination, to finish what you've started. And you know that I'm not the best at finishing what I start. But that's because of creative differences in myself and my past self. You know, what I used to think was good, I now think is crap, and will start again. That's why I hardly ever finish anything. But when I can finish it, I will. This course I can finish. And I think that helped a lot. So I think this can sort of like be put across to anything. It can be applied to anything. If you really, really want something, just go for it. Even if, because the way I went about the aptitude test, my maths isn't great. As soon as I saw it, I knew what I was doing. But those long sums, they got me. I knew what they were doing. I knew what it was. I spotted the pattern in the problems, and I worked it out. But yeah, wow. I'm having flashbacks to this now and how I was doing it, and I could do it, but I did it slow. Not too slow. I mean, 4 hours I've heard it could take. A programmer could do it in 20 minutes. I think I did it in a bit more than 20 minutes. So I'm like that close to being a programmer. My maths let me down, and I was thinking I would be more than happy to seek out maths tutoring. And my form tutor at school is a science teacher. She teaches physics. I could learn physics from her. I'm sure she'd be happy. My old maths teacher, although she retired last year, she's been doing cover work in my school. I'm sure she'd be over the moon if I came to her and said, I want to learn maths again. So I thought it was worth it to learn. But determination. Don't just have determination. Show determination. Because I think if I'd have put the pen down and said, I can't do this, I'm taking too long, a programmer doesn't take too long. If I'd have said that, I wouldn't have got onto the course. There's no way I'd even be considered for the course. But my determination showed that I had the determination, but I could have just put the pen down there, because she said you can stop if it's giving you too much trouble. But no, I carried on. And once it got past the maths questions, it was basically a diagram of how a certain program worked, and it was basically just a simple loop that at the end would print a value. Now, basically, if you don't know what it is, the program would add a number, and if the number wasn't greater than 5, it would loop the program and add another number. And it would do the same thing until it equaled 5, or it was greater than 5, sorry. So, if it was greater than 5, it would print the number. And I've just realised I got one of the questions on that wrong, because I'm just thinking about it now. And if it's greater than 5, well, that's 6. It's not greater than or equal to. So I realised I got that wrong, which is really painful to know. The one I thought I got right, I got wrong, because one of the values I said was 5. I didn't think it was 5 at the time, but the other value I thought was definitely 5. That value was 6. But yeah, show determination, that's basically the message. Anyway, another really important thing, this course is going to cost £5,000. I will be getting a sort of student loan type thing, and it is interest free, but you know, still I got to pay that back. I can't get a job while I'm on this course. This course could take 3 years, so that's 3 years out of work. That I'll be out of work till I'm 20. But obviously my work is this. Mallow Venture is my only money making opportunity here, and you can set your own price for that. If you want to buy a Mallow Venture, please do, and you can choose your own price. You can pay a penny if you want, but please think about this. This is the most important thing that's ever happened in my life. It's my future career, and it's in the hands of you, my audience, at the moment. Because at the end of the day, I've got to pay this off. It's interest free. It's £5,000. I know I can do it, but I can't get a job for the entire 3 years I'm doing this course. And if I was to do that, because I can do it at my own pace, but it could take a lot longer than that if I get a job. So basically, I could be doing this course until I'm 25 if I get a job. I prefer to be 20 when I finish doing the course and be ready to go out into the world and be a game developer. And the fact that I have a game at the moment, I'm going to carry on working on it, don't worry. And I'm going to apply my skills that I learned from the course onto Mallow Venture, and so it'll get better, I promise you. And I will carry on developing this. I won't be able to develop it as actively as I would have hoped, but the game is, let's be honest, not too strenuous to make, considering I'm going to get a lot of help from you, the community. You're going to be making the levels. You're going to be keeping this alive, basically. So, while I'm doing this course, if you could help me by spreading the news of Mallow Venture, tell your friends to buy it, and perhaps not be stingy when buying it, that would help me out a lot. I seem to be losing my voice. You can probably tell how my voice has deteriorated through this video, but thanks for sticking out through the whole video if you did, and I'll see you soon. Also, I'll be making another video tomorrow to tell you whether I did in fact get onto the course or not. So fingers crossed on that. Thanks for watching, and I can't even begin to tell you how unbelievably happy I am to even get the opportunity to talk to these people about what I want my career to be. And I basically told them that it was either this or I was going to fall back on being a drama teacher, because that's my last resort. Because I think if they turn me down, there's no way I'm going to be able to teach myself everything I need to learn. I've taught myself to the maximum, and I I can't teach myself something I don't understand. And yeah, I've been able to understand GML by working stuff out, but anything past JavaScript is just gonna fry my brain cells. So I'd appreciate it if you could help me out here and support me in this and stuff. So thanks for watching. It's been an extremely important video for me, an extremely important day, and tomorrow will be an even more important day, and a less important video, maybe a more important video, I don't know, but tomorrow is possibly the most important day of my life so far. It will basically determine my future. I know GCSEs were apparently supposed to determine my future. That's determined nothing. It's just determined whether my future is going to be packed with more school, or whether I'm going to have to give up school and work in a supermarket. But you know, this could determine my future. Anyway, I'll see you soon before I babble on more, and thanks for being there and watching my videos and playing my games and giving me feedback. It's helped a lot, but now I need your help more than ever. So spread the news to your friends about my work and stuff. Maybe they'll be interested. I'll see you soon, guys. Just thanks.